Что, видео не выкладывается, ничего.
In the final countdown to the biggest shopping day of the year, retailers ramping up those sales.
Save on hundreds of deals. Doors open Thursday at 2 p.m.
And Black Friday apps are popping up everywhere. Many legitimate, like Shop Savvy and Shopular, tracking the best prices so you don't have to. But a new warning, some of the apps now on the internet appearing to help you spot deals may be fakes.
This stuff looks extremely authentic. The apps look real.
Researchers at consumer site RiskIQ say they found hundreds of phony apps and websites. They look like they're offering deep discounts, but RiskIQ says they're actually stealing your private information. Searching the terms Black Friday, the company finding more than 4,000 apps, but reporting that more than 200 of them malicious. And with over 40% of all Black Friday online purchases happening on a mobile device last year, spotting a possible fake is more important than ever. Like this app, identified by RiskIQ last year as suspicious. The description filled with grammatical errors, a red flag.
Don't get apps from third-party app stores other than the authentic app stores like Apple and Google.
Something else to be aware of, too good to be true bargains. Make sure the URL starts with HTTPS. Ron Gordon says he was fooled by a site where he found this Canada Goose jacket, normally priced around $750, for just $255. Only after he got the coat home did he realize it was likely a fake.
I opened the coat and was overpowered by this very strong chemical smell, so strong that I had to wrap the coat up in a trash bag.
It was an eye-opening experience.
Lieutenant Ryan Madison of Central Kitsap Fire and Rescue was just back from helping fight the Woolsey fire in Malibu.
Until you're there looking at it, you can't really describe it. Again, we just don't have that amount of wind and that amount of fire in this area typically, especially with the amount of structures that burnt down there. 4 members from Central Kitsap went down a week ago Saturday with members from North and South Kitsap, Bremerton, and Gig Harbor fire departments. I'd never been part of a large-scale event like that with that many firefighters. They had 3,700 personnel, and it was a 100,000-acre fire. So we've never seen anything like that. I've never been part of something that large.
Central Kitsap, a part of a strike team that sent down 20 firefighters to California. Overall, the state of Washington had 200 of them there. Their main duty was to help the local California firefighters who were being stretched thin, helping protect the homes that were threatened and making sure hotspots didn't flare up.
And a rekindle with that kind of wind is really easy.
Yeah. So it was still quite windy while you were...
Oh, yeah.
And a scary moment when a member of their own strike team, Lieutenant Terry Geiselman of South Kitsap, was run over by a civilian pickup truck while he slept.
It's a traumatic event for everybody involved. So, our best wishes go out to Terry, and, it sounds like he's doing well.
His fire chief says Geiselman is back home and resting.
From being there at the incident and what occurred, yeah, he's a very lucky person.
Despite the dangerous nature of the California fires, all of them are returning home to Washington safely.
This morning, Ivanka Trump under fire, accused of doing exactly what her own father campaigned against, using a private email account to conduct government business.
Crooked Hillary Clinton bleached and deleted 33,000 emails.
According to the Washington Post, the first daughter and senior advisor to the president used a personal account last year to send hundreds of emails, many of them in violation of federal records rules. Newly released emails obtained by a liberal watchdog group show Ivanka Trump contacting cabinet members, including Education Secretary Betsy DeVos, to discuss things like workforce development. Small Business Administration Chief Linda McMahon looking for opportunities to collaborate, and the Treasury Secretary's Chief of Staff requesting feedback and input. Overnight, Ivanka Trump's legal team released a statement saying, while transitioning into government, Ms. Trump sometimes used her private account, almost always for logistics and scheduling concerning her family. Critics calling it hypocritical, given the constant drumbeat from then-candidate Trump.
She routinely sent classified emails on an insecure private server that could be easily hacked by hostile foreign agents.
However, an FBI investigation determined that Clinton should not face criminal charges. Ivanka Trump's defense? Her team says she did not create a private server in her house or office. There was never classified information transmitted. The account was never transferred or housed at Trump Organization. No emails were ever deleted.
Chris Watts stared ahead as his in-laws spoke tearfully about losing their daughter and 2 grandchildren.
This is the heartless one, the evil monster. I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them. And then you take them out like trash. You disgust me. You don't know what love is. Because if you did, you would not have killed them. You monster.
The confessed killer wiping away tears as his own mother spoke.
I hate what has happened. Your father and sister and I are struggling to understand why. We love you. And we forgive you, son.
It was last August Watts' family disappeared. He went on TV begging for their return.
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back.
Prosecutors revealing gut-wrenching details about how Watts killed his family, hiding the girls' bodies in oil storage tanks, his wife and unborn child in a shallow grave. A key piece of evidence cracking the case, a sheet from the couple's bedroom, not far from where Shannon's body was discovered.
He was the one for me, and he is amazing.
She once gushed about her husband.
My daddy is a hero.
Your children adored you. And they also trusted you. It was, Daddy, you're my hero. I have no idea who gave you the right to take their lives.
Would you like to make a statement?
No, sir.
Shanann's family now filing a civil suit as well.
Nobody's going to be able to bring back Shanann or Bella or Celeste, but the folks in Colorado have a great DA, and he got a great plea arrangement that means that Chris Watts will never see the outside of a jail cell for the rest of his life ever.
Prosecutors say Watts wanted a fresh start with a new woman. He denied the allegations until pleading guilty this month. In exchange, no death penalty.
The family of Omarosa Tenorio, the American woman who mysteriously died aboard a Princess cruise ship last week, speaking exclusively with ABC News.
I can't focus. It's like my rock is gone, and it's just very painful for me. Like, I'm trying to do the best I can. It's just like very hard for me. I'm trying to stay strong, however, it feels like my strong isn't all the way there anymore.
Her children saying the avid cruiser was hesitant about this trip.
My mom did not want to go on this cruise. She did not. Like, blank point, she did not want to go. She knew something was going to happen.
The night before they left, my mom hugged me for like a good 5 minutes, and I was kind of curious about like why it was like so long. And then I asked her, and she said, well, it might be your last hug you get from me.
The FBI and Aruban authorities say there are no new suspects in their investigation into how she plummeted 14 stories onto a lifeboat. According to local reports, witnesses say she was seen struggling with an unidentified man. The 52-year-old was traveling with her husband, Leo Tenorio, at the time. Aruban officials tell us he was questioned, but as a witness, and he is not considered a suspect.
He specifically said they were going on this cruise because they wanted 1 week in order to work on their relationship, just like them two alone.
In a statement to ABC News, Tenorio saying he hopes to treat the memory of her with respect, adding her death will haunt me forever. The ship docking in Fort Lauderdale over the weekend, passengers reliving the horrifying announcement from over the PA system in the middle of the night.
It was a rude awakening at 4 o'clock. They made the announcement right into our rooms.
Tenorio's family says she enjoyed traveling and hopes the investigation will bring clarity into exactly what happened on that cruise.
She'd always, finish the conversation with, I love you, brother. And, I'm just going to miss those I love yous from her.
Mercy Hospital is mourning today after losing 2 of their own and an officer who gave his life to protect. Pharmacy tech Donnie Les, just 25 years old. Dr. Tamara O'Neill, remembered as a wonderful doctor devoted to her patients and to the church. And Chicago police officer Samuel Jimenez, who was nearby and rushed to the scene as shots rang out.
We cannot thank him enough for his courage and bravery today.
Their lives taken when authorities say around 3:30 Monday afternoon, the suspect, identified by our ABC7 Chicago I-team as 32-year-old Juan Lopez, opened fire at the hospital. Starting in the parking lot, he shot and killed Dr. O'Neill, his former fiancée. According to our affiliate WLS, the two, seen here in this photo posted to social media, were supposed to be married in October, but broke up in September.
I had to fall to my knees because it started instantly, like a battle, a gun battle.
Doctors and nurses scrambled to protect patients as the gunman moves inside the hospital and begins shooting at random.
It was chaos. It was just mass chaos.
Authorities say responding officers fired at the suspect, and the man is now dead. Another officer was also shot by the gunman, but saved after the bullet struck the officer's holster and lodged in his weapon.
caller heard 4 rapid shots and people yelling. There's now a car driving slowly without the lights on.
Springfield police believe Luis Perez, Aaron Anderson, and Sabrina Starr were in the getaway vehicle on November 1st. Stephen Marler and Josh Hampton both died in the house, while 2 others were shot outside. Josh Hampton's dad told us his son was trying to turn away from a life of drugs.
I think the people that he was involved with didn't like that very much. In fact, that's what I've read in the police report, that they pretty much figured he was going to snitch on him.
Nadia Burden told police she knew Josh was the main target. She heard Luis Perez say he was going to kill Josh Hampton. She also bought the bullets. Inside the getaway car, police found the receipt for the ammo used, purchased by Nadia Burden at Academy Sports just a few hours before the shooting on East Locust. An illegal immigrant, Perez didn't have an ID, and Anderson wasn't old enough to buy the bullets. Burden told police she made the purchase to look cool and feel accepted, but also so Perez, who she had a sexual relationship with, would like her. Burden said she didn't go with Perez, Anderson, and Starr when they left because she was pregnant, but they returned after the shooting and stayed at her house.